Hey traders, Mark here. Today is Friday. Gang, what a week it's been. I mean, seriously, there was a higher return this week than what a lot of people could hope to make over 2 years. Now, clearly, like I said last night, the only reason the return is so high is because it's magnified due to the basically 100 to 1 leverage. Now, I was talking to a coworker today, and we were talking about trading, and he asked me, why wouldn't you just trade other people's money? Well, the question is, one, it's too stressful. Two, I believe on NASDAQ I would only be able to handle about 20 contracts before I would get a lot of slippage. So you can't really trade a ton of money. But let me ask you guys something. Are you here to get like just filthy rich? I mean, I'm sure some of you right now are saying yes. And if you are, you're going to be sorely disappointed. That's not what this is, right? Okay, this is a business. I trade strictly by the numbers. And I can make a very healthy living growing my account and risking a very conservative amount per trade. I don't need to get crazy. I don't need to get aggressive. There's no reason for that. I don't want to hit home runs. I want to hit singles and doubles. Okay? When I first got into trading, I had this misconception that I was going to become very wealthy. I was going to be able to quit my job. Well, I actually I was in school, so I didn't have a job at the time, right? But I thought that I'd be making a lot of money in no time. I told my friends, I told my family. And guess what? I failed. And then what happened was actually very interesting. And I learned a lot of life lessons through trading. But I became kind of ashamed of what I was doing. And I wasn't able to talk to my friends about it anymore. I couldn't talk to my wife about it anymore. I couldn't talk to my family about it anymore. And having those feelings permeated through my trading. It caused me to have a lot of bad habits, and it caused me to be a very anxious trader. So I had to take a hiatus from trading live money. I actually didn't make a live trade for 18 months. Instead, what I did was, I don't know why my Excel sheet will not, it had this problem last night too. Instead, what happened for me, guys, is I had to do a bunch of testing, right? I went to the drawing board and I started building systems. Now, I want to talk about what it truly takes to build a system. And you know what? Maybe some of you out there have done a hell of a lot better at it than I have. Okay, and if so, hats off to you. But for me, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? So it took me some time. Honestly, just the detail that I go into, it takes me about 2 months to test a set of rules. And that was 2 months of working 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. Now, I would watch the markets during the day. So really my testing, let's say it's like 4 to 5 hours a day, okay? So what I found was, initially, I had what we would call confirmation bias. So when I was testing, my eyes would see what I wanted them to see, and so I would skip logging losers and then log some questionable winners. So the numbers that I had in my back testing, no way in hell I'd ever achieve them in real trading. I learned my lesson because I kept failing. So my point to all this is, it takes me anymore. I'm a little more efficient at it right now, but I have to build out anywhere between 5 to 10 different systems before I get one that really works. And as I've grown as a trader and I've been in the trenches getting beaten up day to day, I've learned what I was doing wrong. So what you guys see here, it's truly a combination of all my trading experience over the past, what we've gone on, 6 years now. And guys, I'm a true numbers person, okay? I had so many bad habits that I couldn't execute a trade. I had to hire a trading psychologist. A lot of you guys out there know my story, actually. But the reason I trade the way that you see here in YouTube is because I can't make a decision about my money and a trade at the same time, like in a split second. I can't be a discretionary trader. Now I know there's a lot of very, very, very successful discretionary traders, but I also believe for people like me, the majority of us out there, discretion will kill you. It will, I mean, not actually kill you. It will kill your account. So being able to execute without hesitating is something that most traders will never get to feel. This is what made me successful, and I was able to start building on that foundation and continue to learn. So what I want to do, gang, is I want to walk through the day. The reason I want to walk through the day is because today was actually a really tough morning. I didn't get to see what the afternoon did, but I was casually watching it at work this morning. And I know there were at least 9 or 10 losses before noon. So a very different day than yesterday. So I want to walk through that because you guys need to see the good and the bad. So let's get started. Okay, the market, here's market open. You can see I'm green and I'm neutral. So nothing to do. But look, so a couple things here. I'm inside of a 5-minute zone and a 15-minute zone. Now, guys, I really do believe I'm not taking these trades, but I think you can trade beautiful patterns out of these zones. This is a weaker low. A great little entry would have been right here. Okay. Now, look what happens. I happen to get a zone inside that 5-minute zone. So my entry's right here. It's going to be 53.25. Got an easy target. Okay, so you get to start the day off with a winner. Now I need to have a reset. Break of the green zone. There it is. I need to have a red zone now. There's my red zone. And in fact, oh wait, never mind. I was going to say that might be a trade. Never mind. I'm still, the 15-minute doesn't go red until 8:45. Okay. Okay, now here's 8:45. So I'd have a trade right here. Now this one, because of this drop down here, I know I would get slippage. So my entry is going to be 59.25. Let's see, yeah, 59.25 and stopped out. Okay. Now, because I have an equal high of the move into the zone, I could take the trade again right here. So I'd be in it again at 58.75. And this trade, I need 10 points out of it. So don't quite get there, right? I trade back into that 5-minute, 15-minute zone. So there's a loss. Then I'd have another trade right here for another loss. Let's see, where's that zone high? And then you have another one. All right, so there's 4 losses and 1 win. Okay, Now I'll be waiting for a red zone again. Does this get within 2 ticks? It does. I'd have an entry right here. 66.75. I need so my stop on this one's gonna be 2 points. So I need to get down to what's 66.50, 56.50. Okay, stopped out, and then I would re-enter because I equaled the high of the move. So re-enter here at 68.75. This time looking for 10 points. And there's your target. Alright. Oh, in this trade here, guys, let's see. So this the 5 minute doesn't turn green until 9:10, so I would have been in this trade. Alright, now I'm green and red, so I have nothing to do. Okay, now I have a red zone inside of the 5 minute red zone, so I'd have a trade here for a loss. I'd re-enter here for another loss, so there's 2 losses inside there. And now I'm green and green, so I would enter here for a loss, and then this zone's taken out right here. So you can see the losses are really adding up here. Here's a red zone again inside that zone. My entry would be right. Actually, never mind. That's a full body close above, so there's no trade there. And I would have taken one here, but I get a full body close above right there. So no trades there. I'd have a trade here. Zone in the zone. No trades here. Okay, I can take a trade here. So right there's a trade. It's a loss. Okay. Here's a up green bar, so I would take that trade as well. There's another loss. Okay, it looks like 11:15. I will be red on the 5 minute. I'm sorry, 15 minute. So this is 11:14. I'm not quite red yet. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 11:15. So this would not be a trade here, but this would be one right here. See what I mean, guys? A lot of losses today. Now look at this move out of the 15-minute zone, guys. Boom and boom. I mean, my gosh. That's a whole nother strategy on its own. I mean, look, here's your weaker low pattern again. Just gorgeous. That truly is just a whole nother trade. I mean, I would set up a whole different account for that. And again, guys, I'm going to get some of this automated. Okay, I'm green and green, so now I'm just looking for a green zone. Here we go. Green zone. My entry is going to be 91. My stop's only 5 ticks. That means my target is going to be 30 ticks. So, was that 7.5 points? So I need to get to 98.50. We get down to 90. Okay, so I took 4 ticks of heat, so I'm still in. And there's your target. Alright, now you gotta have a reset. There's a break of my red. I'm sorry, break of a green, and there's a red. So I do have my reset now. I've got mixed trends, so no trades. Move this chart down. Doesn't turn, the 15-minute doesn't turn green until 2:15. All right. Let's see. I'd have a trade here. Let's see. Entry be above here. Okay, we go lower. Now my entry's gonna be above here. My stop's gonna be again 5 ticks. Looks like they're going. Oh, this is gonna be a shame. All right, so my entry would be 10. Stop would be right there, so it'd stop me out. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's trade here for loss. And then I get a full body close right there, so no trade there. And then that's it. That's the end of the day. Boy, that last trade's a shame. Okay. But guys, this is the way it goes. All right. So let's tally it up. I have 14 losses and 3 wins. Give me 1 second here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I want to go ahead and add a column in here, a row. I'll go ahead and get it ready for next week, because what I want to show you is, I mean, today feels like a really tough day, and it was a tough day. So today I had 14 losses and 3 wins. Look at this. So even with that, still a profitable day. And that is after commissions and slippage. Still profitable. 18% win percentage. Now, if you look at, let's look at the your average win percentage here. And what I want to do, I want to remove this one, because that's kind of like an outlier, right? So I want to remove it. So if we take, let's get rid of it just for a second. The average is 21. 21%. And even with that, still crushing it. Now, if we add that back in, let's see what that does to our results. Takes you to 23. Okay. All right, so now I want to add these in here. So we got 44 and 20. Get rid of this. Save it. All right, so there it is, gang. A hell of a week. If you look at the position sizing, if you had started with 10,000, you're now trading 20 contracts. Gang, you had a $40,000 week. That's more than a lot of people make in a year, guys. A lot of people. All right. Now, before I sign off, I haven't had a chance to look at anything in forex, but I want to show you guys Ninja is coming along. Now, my programmer screwed up this indicator. You can see the bottom of my buy zone is always red. The top is green. And the top of my sell zone is always green and the bottom is red. So I need to have him fix that. But guys, I am really close to having this all wrapped up. And it looks pretty good, right? So this is, you know, these are just your high time frame trends. So I can put those all on one chart. I want to show you something. Give me one. Oh wait, you know what? I can't. FXCM. I was going to show you guys some forex day trading stuff. It looks incredible on forex. But FXCM is doing a maintenance upgrade, so I can't connect. Give me 1 second here, guys, and I'm going to run through some forex charts, see if there's anything, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys, there was actually quite a few trades over the last 24 hours. I'll start with this one, Euro Aussie. You got your zone set up right here. You got a sell zone right here inside of a daily sell zone. You are on the right side of the weekly, so we're looking for a target here. Hold on 1 second. I need to get my numbers updated. Okay, your stop price is going to, I'm sorry, your target price on this is going to be 1.5262, so not quite there. Euro yen would have had a long here. The only thing that's against this one is you got rejected on the hourly prior to your entry. Everything else was fine, so it was a loss. Pound Aussie. Here's your entry. Now you're above the 10 period. You're above the daily. But you're well above them, right? And you're well above your hourly moving average. So the question is, because you're so overextended, is this a possible trade? Like even with the filters added. So the entry was right here. Your stop was 76.75 up here, and your target 1.7499. So target hit. Okay, pound dollar. Right here. Zone inside the zone. Your target on this one is going to be 1.4102. Right down here. And then the dollar yen. We've had a long right here. Alright, gang. There is one possibly setting up, which is the euro pound. Looking for a move back into here, because this would give you a zone inside the zone. I got my 10 period above my 50 period, but I am below the weekly, but I've got plenty of room to hit target before hitting the weekly. Alright, gang, have a great weekend. I will catch you next week.